The current international outlook is arguably one of the most complicated we've ever faced, said defense analyst Brydon Spurling. Sir Keir Starmer, whose government yesterday announced a wide-ranging defense review, is failing to recognize the urgency of the situation that the nation now faces with war raging in Eastern Europe, a former British Army officer has warned. And Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Crawford warns any failure to prepare risks leaving the UK woefully unprepared in the event of all-out war. Meanwhile, Brydon Spurling, a defense expert with RAND Europe, said Defense Secretary John Healey and his colleagues face an enormous challenge in what is a rapidly evolving international situation. Prime Minister Sir Keir reaffirmed his commitment to increase defense spending to 2.5% of GDP, gross domestic product, at the NATO summit in Washington last week, although there are no specifics in terms of a timeframe as yet. Speaking yesterday, Mr. Healey said the review into the UK's defence would balance the requirements for stronger national security with sound public finances. The report is set to be published in the first half of 2025. Lieutenant Colonel Crawford, who spent 20 years in the 4th Royal Tank Regiment, told Express.co.uk, "We're told we're in a pre-war situation, but we still seem to be approaching all this with a peacetime. In the end, you go to war with what you have, not what you'd like to have, and if the balloon goes up any time soon we'll be woefully unprepared." Acknowledging the war in Ukraine, the conflict in the Middle East, and China's increasing belligerence when it comes to Taiwan, he added, "Suffice to say that I think Starmer and Healey are buying time with this review to give them thinking room on whether they can deliver their manifesto commitment to defense spending being up to 2.5% of GDP. Referring to the former Labour Defence Secretary who is heading up the review, Lieutenant Colonel Crawford continued, "I think George Robertson and his helpers will be a good team to take this on, but it should take a year to